Everybody, my name is Harry Jacobs, and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome to the North of 60 Gaming channel. Today is a balmy minus 35 degrees Celsius out, and today we are going to take a look at Kickstarter. I haven't taken a look at Kickstarters for quite a while, and I thought, there's been a lot of stuff happening on Kickstarters, and I thought I'd just go and take a look at a few Kickstarters that sort of tickled my fancy a little bit, and I wanted to share them with you. A couple of them were like kind of like, "What the hell?" And a couple of them like, "Yeah, this is what we should back, or what we should be looking at in terms of a Kickstarter." So the first thing I want to do is, and I kind of promised I wasn't going to do this, but Gray Fox Games. I talked a little bit about this last week in a very veiled, kind of not trying to call them out, but when I saw the email of Gray Fox Games going out to GameFound and putting on another campaign in a different platform, I finally said, no, no, I've got to take a stance here and say, do not back Gray Fox Games at this point. They have 3 Kickstarters apparently. Now I should confirm that. So I can only speak to the one I'm sitting on. They're sitting on our products because they failed to plan for the increased price of shipping. Now, they came to us about a month ago and said, look, back this promo and, we're going to get the shipping and it's going to be really cool. Hey, North America, sorry. And so when we look at the last update, there it is. If we look at the last update, this is what they raised. This is what contributed from I assume from the campaign. And this is the actual freight cost. So we have $37,000 basically sitting here at 52,500. So let's say 15,000. Because it came late to the game, and instead of going to everybody in the entire campaign and saying, look, it's going to cost more to get everybody their games, everybody go out and buy this promo, or everybody pitch in another $10 or $15. Now we're stuck because there's $15,000 more to raise. And now they go, well, we're just going to have to sit till, the prices come down till we can ship that. For that reason alone, I am never backing another. I am not backing another Gray Fox Games. This goes against the rules, as I understand it, on Kickstarter now. Since they're not shipping, it looks like Kickstarter has said, no, you cannot put another campaign out here because you haven't delivered on the campaigns you've got already going and have completed. And that's a good stance. And I think GameFound should take that and take a look at the history of this company and say, no, you can't. You've ripped off people. I won't say ripped off. Sorry. You haven't delivered to the people you've already committed projects to. So should we allow you to do the same thing on GameFound? Because me as a consumer have no control over this anymore, other than I hope that I can get this game to my table sometime when this company can figure out how to get around to shipping it. I am rather, and I'll say it right out loud, I am pissed at Gray Fox Games to be treated in this manner when I back their games. And I like Gray Fox Games, but I am not doing it again. I'll wait to retail. I'd rather see the new game come out in retail and miss all the goodness because I don't trust them. Because you charge me more, I pay more for shipping. I deserve a little better as your backer. I'm tired of thinking that they think this is an investment. Companies look at this as an investment opportunity. I get your money. Yay! You don't have it. We can take as long as we want with this project. I have a project out there for 2 years now. And they're not even talking to people right now. It's been like 3 months since their last update. And it's like, well, things are really slow and it's the Chinese New Year. And then the color wasn't right. Then the box wasn't. This has been like coming up to 2 years past the time they were supposed to deliver it, right? So we're talking about 3 years now and it's not delivered yet. And I don't think we're ever going to see that game. That's an unfortunate part of Kickstarter. It does happen. I wish it wasn't so. But that is my rant on Kickstarters today. And the next one I'm going to look at is another one. It's not a pet peeve so much as, first of all, Steampunk Wasteland Chronicles. This caught my eye on Facebook. I went, oh, wow, this sounds really cool. I like steampunk. I like post-apocalyptic games. I'm looking at that. The goal is $12,000. Ding, 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 ding. This is a warning sign. Like, what does that mean? Is this the game in hopes that you put out that $12,000 and you raise 200,000? Because as of today, and I think this campaign's only been going for a few days, it's only raised $14,000, and I think they started at 33 days. So if you haven't raised half or 60% of this in the first 2 or 3 days, you pretty much don't have a chance. So let's break this down. So there's some wonderful things I'm looking at. Here's immerse yourself in the game. Some great pictures. I'm looking at the components and I'm going, whoa. And you're asking for $12,000? That doesn't make sense. So here's some real warning signs. We got a deluxe game, and they're telling me we only need to raise $13,000 to get this game. I don't know where you're getting it made, but if that is not realistic. Okay, but this is pretty cool. We come down here, yeah, there's more. There's the game plan, gameplay. There's a bit of a play. Pledges we offer. So we're going to pledge, I suppose, these are the three pledges: 140 for the core game, 210 for the standard version, and deluxe is 350. So the standard is 140. Sorry, the improved is 210, and the deluxe is 350 US. If I want deluxe all in package, I'm paying $450 Canadian, or about 350 US. Wow. Even $210 makes it about a $260 game Canadian. Whoa. That's a big ask. And you get add-ons. So here's the CMON approach. Oh, you can have add-ons. I don't know where this $999 is. Plastic set of 5 legendary. Okay, that makes no sense at all. We've got some stretch goals. So here are the stretch goals. They start at 125,000. This is the realistic. This is where this pledge probably should be starting, is 125 to 150,000. Rule books, some art's nice. There's some kind of goodness going on here. We come down to delivery. So $60. So you're asking me for $450 Canadian. Then you're asking me for another 45 US. This is going to make it a $500 game. Couple things missing. No reviews. How do I know how this game plays? You want me to invest somewhere between $200 and $500, and I can't even have somebody like Rado or Man versus Meeple play this game? Absolutely not. I am not going to buy this game. We have nothing about the team. Promoted by Jellup, which I have no idea what that is. The project is promoted by Jellup, the tech power behind best Kickstarters, with 2,100 successful Kickstarters. This is not going to be one of them. So I don't know anything about the studio. I don't know anybody about the design team. I don't know anybody about the art team. I see a rule book, but there's no Tabletopia or TTS to look at. So what I'm thinking is we're seeing unfinished game. I would not risk this for the life of me. Sorry to say, this does not turn my crank in terms of the warning signs that are out there. And I'm seeing more of this kind of stuff out there. And I've looked at a few Kickstarters today, and I have seen a number of these kind of like, we're not going to tell you anything about the game, but it's a cool concept. Here's some art. Back us. And then have these unrealistic low backing numbers in the hopes that they're going to raise a lot of money. So I have it saved because I'm just interested in see how this goes. I am not going to back it because I can't afford it. It's just out of my price range. So forget it. They might have been better off to look at cardboard standees and stuff and try to go get that price down to that $120 mark, and then look for a deluxe package to bump it up instead of just trying to get all those minis and plastic parts out. But there's too many warning signs here. Okay, moving on. Last resort. So $25,000. They got 15,000, $17 to go, 203. I can't say whether they're going to make it or not. I don't know when this came out. I'm just going at this blindly. I kind of look at it like it because I just sort of, the last resort, build a space hotel. Yeah, that's kind of cool. They sets up the story up a little bit. So you're going to private industry the space station and you're going to build your hotels. The components are pretty cool. They got a bunch of videos from different reviewers, which is good. And the game is moderately priced. So if you get a core game, it's only $34 US, so $50 Canadian. You want the bigger VIP, everything in the world game, it's only £39 or 60 to $70 Canadian. And then you can get even the all inclusive with cool stuff only comes in at $119 or 69 pounds. So you can watch the videos, you can read the rules. I believe the shipping is not that bad. Where are we? Zone 3 or I think for Canada. But it's still it's not bad shipping. Uh are you a retail? There we are. Who are we? So we have something about who's involved with the game. This isn't their first kick at the can for games, where the other game we just looked at, the Wasteland, whatever, was his first crack at it. I think it's just a bit too ambitious. This has just about everything I would say is in a good campaign. It might be overshadowed a bit because, of January, February, March, when you have Marvel Zombies and the Yucatan and a few other games that are out there that would just probably La Granja and things like that are just going to sort of overshadow a small game trying to sneak in and get a game going. I do hope I'm going to save it. I do want to take a look at this maybe later on and see whether it's something I would back maybe a little bit on. I'm on a moratorium at the moment. My wife says I spend too much money, and I've been told I'm not allowed to spend money in February. I'm sad, but that's kind of life, the way it goes. This one was kind of a neat game, and this is ambitious. $500,000, 31 days to go. I think this is only the first or second. I think it's the second day, and it's rising. So we got 48,000. Whether it's going to make 500,000 or not, it is from Sun Tzu Games. They've already created 5 games. Let's see what they've done before. But you can see unsuccessful. It looks like we've had a couple successes. So they're 50-50. So I'm not saying that's bad or good. I mean, they relaunched, obviously. This game looks really kind of sweet. It's a cooperative legacy adventure, which is kind of cool. 1 to 4 players, 90 to 120 minutes per mission. These are the kind of games I like. Co-op, science fiction, kind of legacy adventures. The game box is €87, about 125 US. That's about 160 Canadian. If we want to get this sort of the game box and books, you're €109 or 157. I guess you can get your PDFs and play it that way, or you can actually get the bound books, which is okay too. So you can get the digital campaign. So you would have the digital as opposed to the physical campaign, which is okay. I like digital. Again, lots of people saying good things about the game, I hope. Though I don't see any how to play games, though I do see it on Tabletop Simulator here. The art looks pretty neat. They got some stretch goals. Why pledge now? Shipping to Canada is pretty reasonable considering the game, so it's less than 50%. The value acts, the project timeline. December 23. There's no freaking way. I think if they're going to have, I suppose if they go with cardboard pieces, there's a bit, but I think with the ongoing freight and shortages, which I'm thinking you're probably looking more the spring of 2023, not the end of 2022. I really wish these guys would be more realistic. I will state it's 18 months minimum. Don't come at me in January saying you're going to deliver it in December when I know clear well that it's probably going to be March or April. The standard run for a game seems to be between 18 months and 24 months today right now, and mainly due to shipping and manufacturing. And you got to remember that February is Chinese New Year's, so that's a write-off in terms of production. Trekking through history. This one's doing well. 130K, 135, 137, 138. Wow. It's just going up. I hadn't looked at it for a while. $25,000 goal, 24 days to go. I've saved this. I may actually buy this. This looks very, very cool. 2 to 4, 10 and up, 30 to 60 minutes. I like those kinds of games. We can visit the marvels of the world, and that looks, I love travel. You know, Game Boy Geek, Geek Dad, there's 108 events. What's in the box? It's a neoprene mat rather than a cardboard, which I love neoprene mats. Clocks, crystals, looks like plastic components, looks pretty cool. Um, Game School Academy. Here we are. There's some game boards. Learn to play, underdog games. I'm just looking to see. We got a rule book, which is good. $50. So and some add-ons, right? So but nothing hugely expensive here. Now there's your timeline. November retail release. Again, unless they're having this made domestically, I suspect October is a bit optimistic. Unless how it depends on how far the artwork is. I mean, if they're done and they've already proofed it, it might be good, but I don't always think that's the case. There's their guarantee. There's the team. It's always good to see the team and the faces with it. And logistics is good. Marketing. I would love to see a project manager here, but I don't. But that's okay. This looks like a good game to do. Visit the different visits. Visit the different timelines. See different things. I'm not 100%, but there's a couple of games in here that they have done. This is what the two created before, and I think they were successful. Yeah, Trekking the World up, and so this is Trekking the World, and it looks like it was successful. So it looks like the theme of this is already a successful thing. I would go out and look at this game, folks, if you think this is something that you would like, and I kind of like it. I have it saved right now. I don't know if it'll fall outside my moratorium when it closes. Let's just see. Yeah, 24 days to go. I might be able to buy it because it'll fall into March. So I've put that out there for me to look at. Next up is La Granja Deluxe Master Set from Board and Dice. I love Board and Dice games. I've got a number of their games. They're already $333,000, and you can see it's a $50,000 goal. So in contrast to what we were talking about earlier, here's a very low ball figure, and they expect it to be higher, which they were. And this is obviously going to fund not 2,000 backers, 3,000 backers almost with 8 days to go. It's been around for a while. I've got it saved. I'm on the moratorium. I'd love to back it, but I probably will not unless I expect to get into big time trouble. And I don't like it. There was solo mode by David Turtzi, which is always good. We know how well his solo modes work. There's lots of new art, apparently, some new rules. Looks like there's a little expansion. I don't know this game personally. It just kind of looks cool. Looks like farms and making money and cutting wood. I don't know. Uh, Modules. Looks like we have some wooden screen bits. Looks wonderful. Wooden workers. You can see they look screened as well. Donkey tiles. Yay. The Granja card. We got there's a how to play, farm phase. I think this game has been done before. There's Paul Grogan. So it's well covered. This game, I think you're not going to lose by, doing this particular game itself. There's Man versus Meeple. So there is lots and lots of coverage here, lots of artwork. There's nothing bad in this, and there's really only two. You either get the Deluxe Master set or the La Granja Deluxe Master set, which gives you the Granda size upgrade and all the stretch goals and access to the Pledge Manager. So this is the one I would go with if I was to do it. There's the add-ons that you can buy. I suppose if you don't want to, there's some lots and lots of, and this is why you back. You back for the stretch goals, really. The things that you can't get in retail. So if there's really not a lot of stretch goals, you really can wait for retail maybe. And Canada's $14 and it ships from Canada. Wow, $14 in shipping, unheard of in a game. Usually it's 30 to 40. So there's a lot of compelling reasons, even though it's got a $215, there it is, a $215 Canadian price on it. I like the look of this game. Again, I wish I could back it, but it is inside my moratorium. But it's something to look at. Let's just go up here again. Doesn't really describe what the game does, the narrative or anything. I think because it's a reprint, which is something that people will already know how to play. A game of managing a farm on a sun-filled island in Mallorca. Harvest crop, feed pigs, hire helpers, deliver your goods. So this is a Euro, a resource management Euro. Uh, I'm not big into those, but I would look at this. I would look at this game because it looks pretty sweet, but I'm not at this point because of my moratorium. That's what I'm going to bring to your attention, and it's probably going to be inside my moratorium as well. Is of course Seas of Havoc, and we're talking about Michael G. Nad, who's created some great games, some of which are already in my collection. He's created 14 games. The big one I have is Maximum Apocalypse, which I absolutely love. The Set Watch universe is part of his universe in Rock Manor Games. So this is a good bet. And I like the fact that it's really not that expensive. It's not really expensive. Pledge $89 for the captain, $113, which is looks like we have like here's the all in, and then we have the lesser ones. I kind of like that rather than make me look for something. Let's go through all the low stuff before I start high. Let me start high and decide where I want to land. There's the game board, cards. It's a ship game. I saw it played a little bit. It looks like a lot of fun. Read the rule books. You can play it on Tabletopia. You've got stretch goals. When is he going to say he's delivered it by? February 2023. Assuming they can get it into production before the Chinese New Year, that probably might be realistic. I'm thinking optimism. I'm thinking summer. Again, I'm thinking you put it out at 18 months, guys. Just to be real, I'd rather see you deliver sooner and say, yeah, we did it, but we told you it was going to be. Pull the Scotty. All right, Captain, it's going to be 6 hours. Well, you better make it 2, Scotty. I'll deliver it in 1. I just tell the captain it takes 6 hours. That's what we want. Anyway, the shipping is Canada's what, zone 3? No, zone 1 is continental U.S. Where's Canada? Zone 2. $16, $19, right where I would like it. So not more than $20. And I think that's fair. $20 range for $20 to $25 range for most games. So we got some wooden ships. Looks like we got dual layer shipboards, wooden skiff meeples. I do want to back this. In fact, I think I might have actually backed it. And, oh yeah, I did back it. Folks, do not tell my wife. I would appreciate that. But this looks like a fun game. I'm going on a cruise too, so anything ship-wise is always good for me. But those are just a few of the Kickstarters that I'm looking at. This is sort of an ad hoc, in the air kind of. I'm doing something a little bit different today. I do have a game coming out. I'm working on Hadrian's Wall. Should be out on the weekend. Anyway, this is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer. This is the North of 60 Gaming channel. If you like what you see, please subscribe or hit like, then subscribe, hit notifications, make the comments down below. Catch me in any one of the board game Facebook pages that I bounce around on. I'm very approachable. Maybe a bit doubted because I'm old, but hey, I'm still approachable. And we will talk to you the next time I see you all. So thanks for watching, folks.